Good morning, friends and family, YouTube worldwide. I want to give thanks to the Most High for allowing everything possible. Happy Friday. Today is the best day of the work week. Today is Good Friday. Today is week 28 of the $1.52 week challenge. Cash stuffing and coin dropping sinking fund. Well, happy Friday, everybody. Don't forget to pay yourself at least 10% of your salary, of your weekly gross, of your bi-weekly gross. Pay yourself at least 10 to 15. If you could do 20, you could start small. Start at 10. And then from there, you gradually increase it, to 12, to the 15, to the 20. If you could do 30, you could do 30, because at the end of the year, it all adds up. Okay, friends and family, I just wanted to tell you a quick story. I was on vacation, staycation, last week. My son was here for my birthday, and he was here. He got here Father's Day weekend, to come chill with the family, see me. So he was here for 3 weeks. He was here for Father's Day, and he was here for my birthday, which, was a blessing. So last week was his last week here. So, I took a week off to, hang out with him, take our routine walk. It's usually to be an hour walk. As we walk, we, talk, get to, speak a little, how things going with him and things like that. He's in the Marines, so, he's stationed down south. So, every chance we get, whether I go down there to go see him or he'll come up here to come, chill with us, the family. But anyways, let me go on with my story. One of my coworkers, his mother passed away. I didn't know. So one of my coworkers called me on Saturday, I think it was. Yeah, she called me Saturday, and she, broke the news to me and things like that. So usually, at my job, we usually do things for one another. Whether, if something happens or, Christmas, birthdays, a lot of times I coordinate, my group, which is the group that I work with on the second floor, because where I work at is 3 floors actually. We got a second floor, third floor, and the fourth floor. Fifth floor is for admin, but the second floor, third floor, and fourth floor is for the couriers, right? And the cargo handlers. And there's 25 per floor. So, usually when when things like that happens, like I always get the group together, all 25 of us, and we all get an envelope, whether you're either retiring or it's your birthday. We like to do special things like that, for us, so my coworker called me and she was like, such and such, my mother passed away, can you coordinate, and get a card, so that way, we could all chip in. I was like, yeah, no problem. And the reason why she came to me is because I'm known for that. I'm known for giving back. I'm known for, charity work and things like that. When I went back to Honduras, I always, give back to the kids. You saw it in my video. I didn't show the video because I feel awkward filming when I'm giving. I don't want people thinking, oh, he's doing it for clout. I don't do it for clout. This is something I've been doing this is something that was instilled in me by my parents, always give back. So I coordinated, for all of us, and usually when I do this, because before I used to watch, a lot of times when somebody else coordinated, they always say, give what you can, and I'm a believer of that. But when you say that, people will give $1, $2, $3. Giving is giving. Giving is giving. I understand that. But if you give $1 and that's 20 of us, and we're gonna do the math here real quick. I got the calculator, and I'm gonna show you how I usually like to do it. A lot of people complain, when I do it this way, but I feel like it's the best way to do it. I give you enough time, And let me give you an example. If some people give $1, some people are gonna give $2, some people are gonna give $3. Times 20, that's gonna be 25. That's not gonna. That's minimum. That's gonna be like no more than $50. So usually I always give a minimum. I always set a minimum target. If everybody give 20, times 25, that's $500. So I'm a believer of giving. What is this word called that I always use? When everybody gets together and they all chip in. I'm a believer of that. So for Christmas we have a porter. He cleans the bathrooms. Cleans the toilet for us. Takes out the garbage. That's his job. That's what he does. So for Christmas, I always coordinate for my floor to chip in $20. So that way, for Christmas, we'll give him a card with $500. For me, that's like a big Christmas present for him. And I've been doing it for the last 5 years, and it's been great. Some people give and some people don't give. So I wasn't surprised when I got that phone call. Usually, I pick up the phone every time, one of my coworkers call me. A lot of people say, oh, don't call me after work. Now, I'm not that type of person. If I'm cool with you, I picked up actually, I left my phone upstairs charging. So when I went upstairs to go, check my phone, I seen I missed a call. So when I called her back, she told me the news. So she told me, Michael, can you coordinate, to get a card? I was like, no problem. You don't have to tell me. I got this. So when I came to work on Tuesday, I took a day off Monday. But when I came back to work Tuesday, we usually have a meeting, before we start work. So at the meeting, at the group meeting, I, told everybody, actually my manager was talking about, his mother, and things like that, when is the service and when he's coming back. So when he, said that, I was able to communicate with my crew. And I told them, listen, I'm buying a car today. And if you want to make your donations, you can make your donations. When I get the card, I'll let everybody know. Y'all can sign and give a donation. So that way, when whoever's going to go to the funeral, we'll give him the card. So that's how I usually do things. I like to give back, think for others. Group economics, that's what I meant. That word, group economics. If we all give in as a group, it all adds up. You give the card to whether it's their birthday, whether it's a funeral, whether it's for Christmas, for the porter that we do every year. And I know he looks forward to that. He always looks forward to, getting a nice, little envelope. Now that's a gift from us saying thank you. That's why it's always good. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful feeling when you give back. All right. I don't want to take too long with this, but I just wanted to put this out there. All right, friends and family. So let's do our countdown. Let's do our sinking fund. Everything is already pre-written. Okay, so let's open up our special binder. So January, we have the $1, and we have $100 in ones. February, $100 in twos. March, $100 in 5. April, $100 in 10. May, $100 in 20. June, $100 in 50. And July, which we did last week, was $100 in $100 bill, which is right here. Okay, so we are going to do our sinking fund for July, and we are going to sink. We are in week 28. We are going to put, and last week I had to make a correction. I made a correction today because I realized I didn't put $27 in coins. I put 25, so my mistake, all right? I try to be perfect, man. I always try to be perfect, but we always make mistakes. We are human, all right? So we're gonna put $25 in our recoup fund and $25 for our vacation fund, the sinking fund, all right? So let's open this up here. We are on week 2 of July. Okay, so we got 25. We're gonna take out a 20. We're gonna take out a 5. We got 20, 40, 50. And that's for our recoup fund. $25 from last week, $25 for this week, 20, 40, 5, 50. Okay, so we are done with our special binder. And now we have week 28, in which we are going to put $28 in coins. That's why I have these dollar coins, 1, 2, 3. I went to the bank yesterday and the teller, she tells me, oh, where were you last week? You know, I had to tell her I was on staycation. You know, I didn't go in last week to go pick this up. And she was like, you know, I got a lot of dollar coins because you come here all the time. So I'll make sure that you have, you know. So I was like, yeah, make sure that you have, because I'm gonna be coming here, you know, the whole year. So make sure you have this thing here for me. So we're gonna count it real quick, you know, make sure everything is there. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Never fails, but you still have to count it. Okay, so we're gonna turn this on. There you go. So we have 378. All right. Like I said, I already pre-vote. We have 378 from last week. And then when we put $28 in coins, we are going to have $406. Okay? Let's do this. One. I hope you can see it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, friends and family, we have $406 in dollar coins, 406 and 406. Okay, that concludes week 28 of the $1.52 week challenge, cash stuffing, coin dropping, sinking fund for my vacation. We put $25 for our vacation fund. That's my vacation in November. I'm going on vacation next month. You know, I'm going to, you know, my wife's country, Guyana, South America. So I might do a blog. I'm not really sure. My wife is private, so, you know, I gotta respect her. So, but this fund is not for that vacation. This fund is for the cruise in November. Okay, so we did the countdown last week, which was the first week of July, if I'm not mistaken. And every month, the beginning of every month, I'm going to give you a countdown, a recap of, from when we started in week 1 of the $1.52 week challenge. Okay, friends and family, have a blessed weekend, and God willing, I'll see you next week. Peace and love.